What time is it? Game time! Woo!
What up, YouTube? It's time to kick ass and chew bubblegum with your boys, Detroit Love, PDubs Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes Friday Night Just Got Live.
Friday night just got live. And guess what, guys? Carl's looking good tonight. He's not buffering. He's not pixelated. He does not look like he's running a Windows 1995 operating system. Good to see you guys. Thank you, as always, for tuning in to the Friday Funhouse, your favorite and longest running arcade and gaming podcast show in the home arcade community, the Super Game Room Dudes.
Can I quantify that? Ladies and gentlemen, the premier show in home arcade, retro gaming, and many places outside the home arcade space. You know how you know we're number one? Because you can't buy live views. Thank you so much for being here.
Michael B. stirring the pot. What's up, chat? It's Friday. We're 2 weeks away from Christmas. Is your shopping done? Are you just ready to sit on your ass and play video games over the holiday break? Are you on vacation from work? Did you get the Christmas lights up? Did you put the fucking tree up? Guess what, Mike? We still haven't put the tree up. My wife is so on my ass. She's like, we got to put the tree up tomorrow, Saturday.
Well, you don't have little kids. Mine's been up since mid-November.
Yeah, like we didn't really decorate this year. Like we didn't do anything. We haven't even pulled the Christmas totes out. And I think it's because my kid moved out and moved in with his girlfriend, right? So my wife and I are empty nesters, and we're like, do we really need to go through all this work? But no, we're at least going to put the tree up. But, you know, typically the whole house gets decorated. I mean, we have totes and totes and totes of decorations. I don't think we're doing it, man. I think we're just going to stick a tree up. And the kids are coming over for Christmas. For like food and presents and stuff. But yeah, man, that's about it. What about you, Carl?
No Christmas tree this year. I did put lights up outside on the roof and everything, and that's it. And no wreath on the door, no decoration, no little Christmas towns on the tabletops anywhere. That is it for this year. You know, we're going to the islands for the Christmas. So
you're going to sandals.
Yeah, it's just sand instead of snow this year. So
nice.
It's gonna be a white Christmas, but it's gonna be white sand.
Yes, guys, it only took us 2 weeks to run Nostalgia out of here.
Oh, he's coming. Don't worry, he's coming. He's just running a little late. He said something about going to the store for smokes.
He told us he needed to go pick up a gallon of milk, and he'll be right back on.
I think he had a couch audition that he had to do.
Steven's basement may or may not be the set of the pornographic website streaming set, casting couch. So just a heads up.
I always wondered who that was, and now we know. Now we
I
know.
saw that one sticker on the wall. It's him.
Yeah. Got a number of things we want to talk about tonight, including AtGames. Holy crap. National Owners Day winter event is upon us. 'Tis this season. Williams Pinball FX. Hold on a minute, guys. Hold on. Daddy's home. Daddy's back.
How'd the session go?
Who, me?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Oh, it was a great session. It was wonderful.
It was.
You're blushing and you look a little red.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here.
You
got
got
Why
that
God's
glow.
sake- Why
You
in
got that
God's
Star
name would you
Trek
have
glow.
Altered Beast up there on that? You don't play Altered Beast.
I love Altered Beast.
Yeah.
The first time I ever played Altered Beast was on the Sega Genesis Model 2, like the
Oh my God.
shitty one.
Well, the Model 2 wasn't the shitty one. I had it growing up. The sound wasn't as good. But yeah, that's weird. You would have Altered Beast from that. Because Altered Beast came packaged with the original. So you must have picked that up at like a yard sale or something.
Yeah.
No, actually, I didn't have the Genesis growing up. It was my cousin. So whenever I'd go to his
Ah.
house, it was either Sonic or Altered Beast that we would play. That was my first introduction to it. So I played the console version, but I've always really liked the game.
I love Altered Beast. I actually got the little toy werewolf back there somewhere.
Oh, nice. Very
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I gotta tell you, man, that bookshelf looks out of place. Like we really need to get back to arcades.
Yeah,
in
Mike,
your
you
background.
can't get bookshelves. It looks
You're
stupid.
you're not a toy channel. Like what? Why are you? showing that?
I'm sorry. I don't have to decorate the back of my room with whatever I want. There might be more arcades leaving here yet.
jeez.
According to people on the internet, Mike, you have to put what you're covering on YouTube behind you in your background.
Well, you were guilty of that too. Remember when OTG started, you were like, "Why'd you get sneakers in the background?"
I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. I remember that. He made his first video. He's like, "Hey guys, I'm OTG. I'm in the community now, and fuck PDubs."
No,
And
it was
I-
also. I think it was more so. He came in right around the time everybody started jumping on us for the Simpsons thing that was
Yeah.
misunderstood. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was funny because he came in and he's like, "Fuck P-dubs" in his video, his first video, and I had no idea who the hell he was, right? And I remember I messaged Mike. I was like, "I think some guy who collects sneakers is mad at me," and it was pretty funny because I was like, "I don't know what this is all about. Did I do something to this guy?" And you know what I mean. But after that, you know, he found out he's pretty good at arcade games though. He is a gamer though,
And
so.
nice guy too behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes, he's a nice guy.
Yeah.
Behind the
Allegedly.
scenes. Allegedly. Oh man, I'm glad to see Nostalgia made it to the show. You had us a little worried when you ran out to the store. Tonight we're also going to talk about Pinball FX Williams 8, the Game Awards. We're going to talk a bit about that. Some reactions to a couple of the winners. We're not going to go through all of
Oh,
them.
we're not going to go through the winners. Who gives a shit about that? Let's talk about the reveals.
But the game reveals, there's a few interesting things, especially for us when it comes to nostalgia and games from our past. A lot of
nostalgia.
And nostalgia.
nostalgia.
Nostalgia
Because,
and nostalgia.
A lot of the
The
games
original
that-
name of the show.
a lot of the games that got announced are franchises coming back
Yeah.
that we've been waiting for, a la like Virtua Fighter and others. So we'll dive into that a little bit. We scoped around, we looked all over, and we couldn't really find any arcade 1-up updates, Mike. So I hope Paul doesn't get mad in the chat, but Mike, Paul, they don't give us anything to talk about. I mean, there's nothing to talk about.
There is a small update thanks to James Hates Everything. We can do that one right off the bat if you want.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
let's do that. Do that one
But
right away,
hold on,
Mike.
we're not
Yeah.
even done with.
Right out
We're
out the gate.
still setting the table, guys. You guys just want to dive in and eat. We're still setting the table.
I'm
Patience,
starving, boys. Let's move it.
you know.
I'm
And then,
hungry for that arcade news.
Get to the arcades. We're not going to talk about football
We've got-
this week because
We've
know
got some new wave toys news too, and our
Yeah.
buddy Conti's here, so we can talk about
But-
that.
we're not really going to talk about. We've been kicking off the last few weeks talking about football because I'm a Bears fan, Nostalgia's a Vikings fan, Detroit Lion is a Lions fan. Mike will be the
Yeah,
game
who
genie's a
Aren't
Packers
you guys
fan.
playing
So
each other this week? The
yeah,
Chicago Bears and the Green Bay Packers.
No,
Is
it's
that
the
Monday
Bears.
night?
I thought it was Bears Vikings again.
Oh,
Or
it's
is
the
it Bears Packers again? No, it's Bears
Oh,
Vikings
Bears
again.
Vikings.
Well, whoever the Bears are taking on, do you want my spoiler? My prediction is pain.
Yeah. But Carl is actually sporting something, and he wanted to give a shout out. So Carl, take it away.
Yeah. Steve Sale reached out and wanted to gift me with this Charlie Batch player's jersey. Never had a player's jersey. You know, it's big, so you can actually put the pads in. But that was pretty nice of him. I didn't ask for it, wasn't expecting it, but he shipped it out to me. So Steve, thank you, appreciate it. Really nice guy.
So yeah, that's really cool. I got to ask you a question. I never forget. I'm in Canada, so obviously hockey was a big thing. I grew up a big Red Wings fan, and one of my greatest Christmas gifts of all time was my mom actually picked me up a Nike. So you can put the time period in there. A Nike Steve Yzerman player jersey. And one of the coolest things was seeing that fight strap in there for the first time. Is there anything unique about the NFL player jerseys? Any extra straps or anything like that?
Not that I noticed. It's the Puma brand, but yeah, it's a nice shirt, nice and comfy. Now, like I told him, I said I won't wear the old players on game day because you know I got to wear the new players for game day because I tried doing it and I jinxed them a little bit. That's their only loss, you know. But yeah, that was pretty nice of him.
Yeah, that was super cool of Steve to do that. So. All right, guys, let's do our shout outs. There's a lot of you trickling on in. Come on in, grab a popcorn, grab a beer, send the kids out of the room because
Steven Nostalgia's beverage of choice tonight. Steve, will you hold up your bottle of can of bubbly or whatever you're drinking? Look, Steve, proudly sponsored by Bubbly. If you want something that tastes like grape diarrhea, drink Bubbly.
If you want your shout outs, guys, do me a favor. Speak now or forever. Hold your peace. I'm going to have to take a breath for this one. All right, here we go, guys. All right, Carlo is here. The Fist of Love. Frankie D. Stock Jock. Steve Sale is here saying you're quite welcome. Paul Mindeman's here. Chris NXXW. Pete GL. Avisiman. James Hates Everything. JR. Meatball Saucy. Jason Little Aliens. Moderating. Moeller Medic, 19K Fox, Darren Kane, Conti Dinda, who hates his New Wave Toys cigarette dispenser. Retro Cat is here. T Slayer, Bigfoot Shaber, Big B73, Dick Watson is here. One of my all-time favorites. Worst Jago is here as well. Who else is here, guys? Come on, speak up. Addicted to Arcade 1-Up is here. Zero Cool. Billy Woods Mods is here as well. PDG, Brian G, Pete G. How many guys with the last name G are in this live chat? GG's, guys. JJ's here as well. I may have gotten him already. Carbon Center. Your Gaming Techie is here. He's still trying to figure out the best games to play on his Arcade 1-Up Infinity game table. Skynet's here, and we know it. One of my all-time favorites. The man, the myth, the legend, the rising star, the up-and-comer, Chaotic BPR is here as well.
Can I say something really sweet about Chaotic BPR? He put a picture up on Facebook earlier of all of us at Pinball Expo, and he said, you know what, I never imagined these people I would meet on the internet would become more than just people I know, but like they're like family. I would take a bullet for these guys. And like I teared up a little. I was like, that is so sweet, man. Brian, or as he likes to call himself, my little brother, you're a good dude, man.
Yeah. I wish I could reciprocate the feelings, though, but I wouldn't take a bullet for any of you.
Oh, God, no.
In fact, I think I would push Nostalgia in front of the trajectory of the bullet just to make sure I survive and PDubs lives.
When we were in Ottawa, we were on the subway, and there was a guy pissing on the subway. I pushed Nostalgia into his stream.
Well, he does have a 60.39% chance of surviving, so...
Yeah. So some dudes kind of like that sort of thing, Mike. So it's fine.
Yeah, you were very happy afterwards.
It's just a little exciting.
Well, tonight, after this broadcast, I filmed half of my review today for the Unico Pocket, and I want to finish filming and putting that together after tonight's show. So let's get this let's get this rolling here.
And if you don't want to wait, go watch Cool Toys review. I felt that was more accurate than what Dubs is going to portray.
How do you even know what I'm going to say?
Oh, I know exactly what you're going to say. 100%. Go watch Cool Toy. Plus, he's got all the ROMs.
He's got all the ROMs that you can't put on it. All right, guys. Let's see here. You said there was something about Arcade 1-Up. I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you remember a while back, me and you have both been telling people, Arcade 1-Up, wait till CES. Going to be at CES. David McIntosh says they're going to be at CES.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not going to CES. I didn't apply to be media. 19K Fox and the other guys that are going, to hang out with John D. Anyways, they probably have media passes as well, so they'd have the same information. But James Hates Everything actually confirmed it for me. Update: Arcade 1-Up's not going to CES. There's nothing. They're not going to be in a hotel room. There's nothing. So, a lot of people in the community have been, really resting their laurels on the fact that, Arcade 1-Up's not going to spend that money if they don't got something to show. Well, they're not spending that money, so keep that in mind and keep your expectations grounded for what Arcade 1-Up CES reveals would be, since they're not going.
Maybe during that time period they'll do. Do you remember a couple years ago when they stopped going to the conventions? They just put it on the website. It was like CES week. And they're like, by the way, guys, here's 4 new machines we got coming. Do you guys remember the good old days? So, wow, they're not going at all. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm going to try to find out, because there's sometimes, instead of going, what they did was they did a media blitz. And I don't mean talking to like assholes like us, or more specifically like you, PDubs, like a really low tier YouTuber. I mean,
just laying it on thick.
I mean, you're not even in our chat, so you know that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
So anyways, all kidding aside, I think it was Gabe Gerwin, who is realistically like a professional video game journalist. They reached out to him and a couple other sites a couple of years ago and did a CES reveal. So I'm going to try to peek around and see if I can get some information from those guys to see if there's anything planned closer to New Year's from Arcade 1-Up to talk to the media. But right now, I mean, my expectations are extremely low, hearing the news they're not going to be there, and very little rumbling about what the company's doing.
Oh my God, is it finally happening? Is the legendary Paul finally walking away from Arcade 1-Up? He's excited about all the other company announcements. Take a look at this.
I think Paul is the same as most of us are right now. We really don't give a shit about the brand name on the cab. We just want cool stuff done right.
That has been what Mike and me have been preaching for several months now, is we just want cool shit. We don't care who makes it. Just make cool shit that's worth buying. That's all we care about. Oh boy, good stuff. All right, so guys, what do you guys think? Arcade 1-Up not going to CES. Is this good or bad? Give me a 1 if it's good. Give me a 0 if it's bad in the live chat. Let me know. Are you guys disappointed to hear this news? I had no idea.
Not surprised at all. I mean, they've shifted gears, and they've learned from this community, and they know what type of product that's going to sell, and they got the relationship with the retailers that they have relationship with. They just put out the Pac-Mans, and they put out the stuff that's going to make them some money. So there's really no need to spend money on those things people already know. They've already got their name in the market. They don't have any new products to produce. If they do, they just put them out into their the stream that they have. So there's really no need to do other than to build relationship with the community, and that's not what their interest is.
This could be true. They can't afford CES because they're too busy putting games on the Infinity game table. There you go.
Yeah, so Paul and me are kind of like spirit animals. We don't really give a shit about the company. We're just about the concept, what they came out with, and what they pioneered. Really, this arcade recreation in a cheap, affordable format is really what we're here for. So, I mean, as long as someone's doing it, I think we'll be happy. As long as that someone doesn't just release Pac-Man caps.
A very strong worded opinion by Mystery Encoder. Not disappointed at all. They screwed this community more than once. Continue to sell faulty products while charging people to fix them. Yeah, that whole give us $40 to fix Dragon's Lair crap. And none of the people we stood behind are there anymore. There you go. Strong feelings by Mystery Encoder, who, by the way, there was some Arcade 1-Up news. The soft mod for one of their machines came
Yeah.
out from Team Encoder. Which one?
Fast and Furious.
Fast and Furious. So if you guys want to do a soft mod and add more racing games to your Fast and Furious arcade cabinets, you can go to the Team Encoder website, and they have the link there and instructions on how to make that happen.
See, I don't know.
And he also. Oh, go ahead, Carl. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't get Mystery Encoder's comments there because one, our options prior to Arcade 1-Up was slim to none, and definitely at overpriced machines like Rec Room Masters and things like that. I mean, as much as we have to complain about Arcade 1-Up, they definitely. It's so many people that have these great home arcades that just would not have existed had they not come out with. So again, the price has gone up. Still, the prices aren't at the level where you would have had they not entered the market. So again, I just cannot agree with people that just bash. They've been giving us faulty stuff from day one when they didn't have backlit marquees and they didn't have coin doors. They didn't have anything that looked like anything remotely close. You just had the shark fin, one size fit all things. So again, I'm always going to disagree with people that sit there and just bash the company because they're not coming out with something that you may particularly want. But what they've done for the home arcade market, you cannot erase with bitterness. And due to even the problems that they brought on themselves, they still have changed the home market for home arcades, and many of us have awesome collections as a result. So, and Mystery Encoder, you guys, all the codes, all the great things you guys do, what would you be doing that to if not for this community? So I just, whenever you guys just go on that tangent, I'm always going to be the light of reality and says, where would your home arcades be? None of you guys would, most of you guys would not have full size arcades at the house and all these other options. I think they still, even today, for someone new who do not have interest in a full arcade, still have a viable option if they come across at their Target or Best Buy or Sam's Club, a Arcade 1-Up arcade.
Carl, you were speaking so much truth here, man, because honestly, if it wasn't for Arcade 1-Up, we'd all be sitting around with our hands on our dicks playing cheap junk My Arcade crap on our desks.
For sure.
Speaking of My Arcade, this is for the moderators, very clearly put. If anybody else harasses me about My Arcade, like Jamie Locken here, they're to be blocked immediately. I will no longer take this harassment from Jamie.
There you go. But no, Detroit Love makes a good point. Think about it, guys, especially those of us who've been in this community for 5 years, 5+ years. A lot of us wouldn't be here without Arcade 1-Up. We wouldn't have these game rooms. We wouldn't have gotten into the hobby. Hell, there'd be so many YouTube channels that wouldn't exist. So many YouTube communities, Facebook communities, Discord communities.
I would exist completely outside of the home arcade bubble if it wasn't for Arcade 1-Up.
But yeah, so Team Encoder, it's just team-encoder.com. So all of you who have any of these machines to mod, but the new one is the
block.
Stop talking about My Arcade. No one gives a shit about My Arcade. I forgot where I was going.
Pole position.
Yeah, if you guys want to go mod, hack soft mod your Fast and the Furious arcades, go check out their website. And I think they said James Hates Everything did some tutorial videos on it or something. I don't own that cabinet to make videos. I don't think any of the other guys on this panel do.
What cab is it?
Fast and the Furious.
Well, you were just showing the No Fate mod, so the Terminator 2 mod is done too, and he also did Dragon's Lair audio fix.
No, I just pulled up the website, and that's just what was on the homepage.
Yeah, we couldn't buy Fast and the Furious in Canada. Never came here.
Yeah, and then also now the pressure's on Team Encoder, because if there's one thing we've loved doing over these years is hacking these Arcade 1-Up machines. But Team Encoder promised that we would get the Blitzmas mod, which is NFL Blitz soft mod, as well as they promised we would get the Time Crisis Light Gun mod for adding more games to those machines. And still haven't seen that go live yet, Team Encoder. And TikTok, you don't stop. The clock is ticking. They said all three of those hacks would come out this month, and so far only one has. No pressure, buddy. No pressure. So, yeah. Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. No, is it Big Buck? Oh, sorry. The Big Buck mod, not Time. I got it flip-flopped. There you go. All right. So we're waiting on Team Encoder to release some more mods. But hey, man, we actually found some Arcade 1-Up stuff to talk about for 10 minutes. I know Nostalgia's happy.
He loves Arcade 1-Up.
I'm looking forward to the Blitzmas, man. I love this. I don't know where all the hate comes for the Blitz cabinet.
I like Blitz.
It's tons of fun, and whenever people come over, it gets tons of play. And if these guys deliver on the Blitzmas, that's going to just make that cabinet. People are going to start looking for that in the aftermarket to get that the hold of that cabinet.
I can sum up exactly what happened with Blitz really quickly because we said it very early on. Anybody who claims we didn't say it is full of shit. We said it. Arcade 1-Up is known for making arcade recreations. There is no cab where they probably went as far off the reservation as with NFL Blitz. They didn't do the right art, intentionally didn't do the right art, by the way. The team there said the art was ugly, so they actually vetoed the original art. And the fact that they also unfortunately had to take the late hits out for whatever reason, because it's a toy, because the NFL demanded it. So that sucks too. And then they completely fucked up the release by releasing it before the online was ready. So it's just an absolute nightmare of that company not understanding who they are.
And the fourth thing is releasing it at a higher price and then immediately reducing it to a lower.
Oh, that wasn't on them. They overproduced. They oversold to the chain stores, who have very strict policies about how much time they'll allot for a product to be on shelves. And then also in their contracts, for their sales contracts, they also give the company the ability to mark it down and also do buybacks, or I think it's called that, like where they can come back to the company and be like, we had to sell your shit for $200. You now owe us $300 per cab.
Good stuff there, guys. Good stuff. All right, let's dive in. I want to cover real quick the Game Awards, just a couple of the winners, because I think it's important. I know we love our retro games, we love our arcades, but if there's one thing that we also do is a lot of us love playing modern games. Mike and me play modern games all the time, and
in fact, I finished one yesterday. Just beat it. Suck it, PDubs.
Now, I'm not going to say what I'm going to say, Mike, because then people will run with it.
Look at this. You know what this asshole says? This asshole says what I do is I actually don't finish any games. I YouTube the endings and then take pictures of it to put it on my Facebook.
Isn't that what you said you did?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah. I've never played a game in my life.
If you guys follow,
you've played plenty of games. You just never finished one.
Hold on. I'm not trying to throw my buddy under the bus here. I'm just saying.
But since he
brought it up, Mike here, for some reason, is able to play these 40-hour plus games in only 10 hours.
And only 10 hours.
And if you live in my house, and if you follow his Twitter, his Facebook, or whatever it is, and he's always posting these pictures like, "Hey guys, I just beat it. And all these games he's beating are like 30+ hour games that he supposedly beats in like 10 hours. And I told Mike, I was like, Mike, if you're just going to YouTube and playing a video of the ending of the game and taking a picture of your TV, I think people are going to catch on. And Mike's been mad at me ever since because I'm calling shenanigans, man. There's no way you beat all these games this year. Mike has beaten like 89 games that are 30+ hour games this year.
P-Dubs, he's a real gamer. That's the difference.
I'm a real gamer.
He doesn't sleep till the job is done.
Right, and he doesn't have any young kids that keep him busy at all.
Well, that's not true. I did beat Dragon Quest 3 2D HD there yesterday. I got to the end like a week ago, but I've just been building up my character so I'm good enough to actually take out the boss. So I took out the boss yesterday. Now I got to decide, do I want to keep going with it and get the real ending and take on the Great Dragon, or do I want to move over to the 8 million other games I got to play?
Guys, do me a favor in the live chat. Is Michael B. the Game Genie really beating all these games? Give me a 1 if you think so. If you think there's shenanigans involved, make sure your honest hearts put a 0 in the live chat.
You guys are overestimating the amount of time Mike spends taking care of his kids versus being in the presence of his kids while he's playing video games.
Nostalgia knows. We've talked
about There's a very big difference between the two.
That's why I got my PS Portal. Nostalgia knows, also known as the PS Pooper.
Statistically, I know Mike is 4 hours ahead of me, But when I wake up in the morning and I see another picture that Mike has beaten another game that would take the normal human being
it bothers
40
P-Dubs
fucking
so much.
hours to beat, I messaged Mike and I'm like, you didn't beat this one. I don't see it.
But
I send him the Ron Burgundy meme all the time. The meme of
Don't
Ron
believe
Burgundy
you.
going, I don't believe you, and he lights a cigarette. You know what I mean?
But I must say, I think Michael is a vampire because he literally cannot
Not
sleep.
sleep.
He's up all the time.
I see stuff. I'm like, how in the hell is he up at this time of the night?
You ask the guys in the Arcades Anonymous chat, like they're all like, "Man, I'm going to bed. It's 11:30," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's 4 a.m. here."
I don't get it. I don't even have little kids, and I don't have time to play.
Yeah, but I also don't
this
take
stuff.
like 17-hour naps in the middle of the day and be like, "Oh, I couldn't
true.
set up the show. I was
I
napping."
did take.
Yeah,
I
that's
did
true.
I did take a 2-hour nap today.
Al-
Where I
also-
could have been more productive.
P-Dubs, Mike doesn't play the full game. What he does is he sticks to the story, very linear.
Oh, no
Beginning,
side quests.
No side quests, right
That's
from
it.
beginning to the end. And that's it.
That's it.
That's how he gets through. He takes a
I agree.
30-hour game, finishes it in 10, says that he played for 30 hours.
And
See, I'm the exact opposite. I do all the side things and I never get to the end.
but we know, Carl, you have 13,000 hours on that the PGA golf and the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
time I turn on either my my Quest or I turn on my Switch, it's like Detroit Love was on 2 hours ago.
So I just wanted to show this. Game of the year was Astrobot.
That's
and,
a good win.
These were the other games that got nominated for Game of the Year. Now, guys in the live chat, are you guys happy about this? I'll tell you my feelings, and I'm not trying to influence the chat. I have Astrobot on my PS5. I've only about half beaten it. If you're friends with me on PS5, you can, you see I play this game. I freaking love it. Like, I think it's probably
Such a
one of the
good
best games that PlayStation has ever done. I think it's an amazing game, and eventually I'll beat it for real, not just post a picture of the ending that I got off the internet, and eventually I'll beat it. But I was very happy to see Astrobot 1 because out of all the other games here on this list, I'm thinking it was a good win. What about you guys?
It was a really good year for gaming, even though people are saying it wasn't a good year for gaming. None of the games I would have put up there as games I considered game of the year made it. I don't know why. Like, honestly, I thought Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom should have been on there for game of the year. That game was fantastic. And there's so many other great games I played this year that aren't even on this list. And of course, the timing with Indiana Jones is a sucky thing too. Unfortunately, I didn't play any of those games yet. If you can just go back up to the best games. So I didn't have a chance to play any of these games. I've had Elden Ring.
Wait a minute. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. You posted a picture telling everyone you beat it.
I did not.
You did.
Back in
Nope, you
September,
did.
Mike.
No,
Back in
I did
September.
not.
You most certainly did.
Oh, so you don't remember the BS you post?
What am I on the Rexer show? I'm the one who brings you the facts here. Mike B said this. I don't have any proof, but it's the facts.
Just the facts, man. All right, so you didn't play these, but Nostalgia, you like Astrobot. Back me up here, buddy. Some people were pissed that Astrobot won. I saw some feedback on the internet.
Some people are stupid. That's a great game. It's arguably an incredible game, not just for like a very specific group of gamers. It's good for everyone. It's good for kids. It's good for adults. It's a ton of fun, and it utilizes like every feature of the PS5 controller to the maximum. It's just a very, very awesome game.
Yeah,
I don't have any issues with that being number one.
Now, really, the other winners don't really matter, like the other categories. But game of the year, best independent game was Balatro. Balatro.
I had no idea what that was.
The best
I don't know what that is either.
Indie game. Also won the best debut indie game, best mobile game. So that cleaned up a bunch of awards. Oh, wait, this is something our audience likes AR, VR stuff. Batman Arkham Shadow. Best VR game of the year. I haven't played it yet. I still need to take I need to take my Quest 3 out of the box.
I'm still considering whether or not I'm going to pick up a Quest 3 or a Quest 3S. The truth is, man, I find it hard to justify because like I have the Quest 2, I have all the games on the Quest 2, and I never get around to playing it. If you can just pop up a little bit, there is one game there. I played Star Wars Outlaws. I haven't played enough of it to really give an opinion, but I was surprised with the critical backlash or the backlash online to see it come up so much in these chats. One thing about Batman Arkham Shadow, I have heard this game is just unreal. RGT85, my buddy Sean, said this was his game of the year until he played Indiana Jones. So I've heard amazing things. So that is another reason where I'm like, maybe I do need a Quest 3.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, how about a big shout out for JB Doll? He's watching Super Game Room Dudes on a fucking plane over the ocean from Hawaii. Yeah, buddy. He's not just on an airplane. He's on a fucking plane. Quest 3 and Batman is here.
Yeah, just really quickly, I do want to say, like, I gotta give a shout out to MG here. If you've ever had a chance to actually chat with MG in the Arcades Anonymous Discord chat, he is just an absolute pleasure to talk to. He is a treat, and he really is worth joining that chat for. So thank you very much, MG, for being that person. And he brings up a good point. Maybe the reason I'm not getting the Quest 3 is because I can't go online and get video or pictures of beating the game and then lying about it.
It's true.
Now
that makes a lot of sense, actually,
right?
The more that I think about it.
Now coming back to where we originally started the Game Awards discussion about is the fact that a lot of our favorite franchises are returning, right? And we've seen a number of this over the years, games like Shredder's Revenge and stuff like that, right? But Virtua Fighter, tell me you guys were not excited to see that Sega's bringing back Virtua Fighter. Now, we didn't get a ton in this trailer. We didn't get a ton to look at, to get super hyped about. Just knowing that it's coming was out there. And I've always said I love the Virtua Fighter arcade game. And I always wanted, Arcade 1-Up to do Virtua Fighter. That's why I fell.
You remember a couple of years ago when that asshole put up that post about that Virtua Fighter Arcade 1-Up? What a dick!
Yeah, some asshole went on the Arcade 1-Up Reddit and put a fake Photoshop picture of Virtua Fighter, a Virtua Fighter Arcade 1-Up cabinet on the Reddit. And when I saw it, I made a video right away. I was so hyped. I was like, guys, this is great. I love to see Virtua Fighter coming from Arcade 1-Up. And it turns out that was just a troll post. But yeah, I mean, we didn't get much here. Just this, little cinematic scene. There's a little bit of fighting in the end here. And you'll notice that they've come. There was a VF Direct with I did not know. I did not know.
They advertised it during the Game Awards, but I didn't go check it out. But if you're a big Virtua Fighter fan, Virtua Fighter's back. This falls in line with the announcement Sega made last year where they said they're going to make a lot of their classic, they're going to bring a lot of their classic series back. So Virtua Fighter is a good first step. Yeah. I'm still waiting for Nostalgia's favorite game, Altered Beast, and Golden Axe and Streets of Rage for those games to make the comeback.
Yeah, so here's the best part of the trailer right here is seeing a little bit of fighting. Oh yeah, that's right. Golden Axe is going to be coming back, a new Golden Axe, which I can't wait to see what they do with that. Hopefully it doesn't suck. We just lost Nostalgia and Detroit Love. What happened there?
I'll be back in a second. My camera's all jacked up.
Yeah, so are you guys hyped about Virtua Fighter? Let me know in the live chat. Need a Virtua Racing? Virtua Fighter 5 Evo on Steam in 4 weeks. There you go. Outrun 2 is still the best racing game.
We have one here locally. You can actually go play. There's a little place up there. It's like a bowling alley birthday place, and they got a little arcade there. There's nothing really super exciting in there, but they've got like 3 old arcade games, and one of them's Outrun 2. The screens are jacked, though.
Now, amazingly enough, Pac-Man's coming back, right? But,
what is it? That dark Pac-Man thing?
Yeah, but in the weirdest way. How many of you guys caught this trailer for this Shadow Labyrinth game? You guys got to let me know in the live chat. This is interesting. Bandai Namco officially licensed game. There he is. Carl's back. Carl, I'm trying to add you, buddy. There you go.
I'm not doing anything.
And it looks to me to be a oh, Mike, what's the term where you run, you die, you start again? What is it?
Roguelike.
Yeah, roguelike. It looks like a roguelike game where Pac-Man follows you. But the best part is at the end of the trailer, what you could do with this Pac-Man that's following you. And like I was watching this, I was like, okay, this is stupid. Pac-Man's just following this guy. But then the final scenes of this trailer are what actually I thought were freaking awesome. Mike, what do you think about this while this is played?
I'm not the
there
biggest
it is. There it is.
I'm not the biggest fan of I'm not the biggest fan of roguelikes. I love Metroidvania games, but I don't necessarily like roguelikes. This is I don't know. Hopefully it's cool, but I mean, this is the kind of stuff Arcade 1-Up would do. They'd be like, oh, we got the Pac-Man license. Should we just release a Pac-Man game? No, I don't think the home arcade audience would like that. Let's make the roguelike. That seems to be hip with the kids nowadays. Then we can do a TikTok with the girls from Sex and the City announcing it.
Yeah, but it's basically, someone just wrote Pac-Man Venom. It's like Venom. It's like the Pac-Man is like a Venom character for you to do those crazy ticks. It's weird. Ori and the evil Pac-Man is what Jason says. Yeah, so it's interesting. Fellas, Nostalgia, Detroit Love, any quick thoughts on this one?
I like roguelike games quite a bit, so I don't really have an issue with it. Use the IP, do your thing, make a good game. I don't give a shit as long as it plays well.
Is this something you want to play though?
Maybe. I haven't seen any of this stuff, so this is the first I'm really looking at it. It looks fine to me, so I don't know if the game plays well and the mechanics feel good, because that's probably the most important thing with these style of games is the gameplay mechanics have to feel good.
That's fair.
So if it feels good, then yeah, I would probably play that.
These can be quite a chore to play. Roguelikes.
Damn stupid camera. Okay, I'll be back in a second.
Quite a chore to play. So Nostalgia is 100% on the money. Like if it's already a chore to play where you're gonna die and intentionally die over and over again, and then have to do all the new level stuff again, the gameplay's got to be real friggin' good to keep you interested.
Yeah, we just lost Carl again. What is going on over there? Carl, come back, baby.
I think they're intentionally doing it. They're fucking with us.
I don't think they're doing it intentionally.
I'll tell you what. You know what? They fuck you at the drive-thru. Okay.
They do. All right, Mike. I'll let you hype this up because this is really cool.
Yeah, I was shocked seeing this. Someone mentioned earlier .emu is also doing the new Shinobi game too, but talk about ninja crossover, right? Welcome back, Carl. What's happening?
The Nostalgia keeps pushing buttons over there.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I'm really excited for this because it's the first time since Ninja Gaiden Trilogy on the Super Nintendo we're actually getting a side-scrolling Ninja Gaiden game. So very excited to see what this is like. Obviously, I hope it's as accurate to the original trilogy as possible. That looks like they've incorporated some new elements when it comes to some of the fighting style and stuff like that. Hopefully it's really fun, but it's done by .emo. They do great stuff. I'm feeling pretty confident about this and excited to play a new Ninja Gaiden. I just hope that it's not cheap like the original Ninja Gaiden and intentionally screws you over for dying on the last stage.
Yeah, and the fact that .emu, who did Shredder's Revenge, is doing this, and what was the other one that .emu did? The other...
well, they're doing the Shinobi game.
Yeah, the Shinobi game, right?
.emu also did Streets of Rage 4, didn't they?
That's right. Yeah. So great studio to they've got a winning.
Good.
What you can say is they've got a winning record when it comes to bringing back these games in a modern form factor, right? New games using these licenses. So I'm happy. I think it looks great.
I will tell you, I do have a bit of a problem with the way the game industry is now. There's this concept that you can no longer put a number behind a title. You can no longer number something because it makes the game seem old or something like that. I would give anything to see that title come up and just say Ninja Gaiden 4 instead of Ninja Gaiden Ragebound. What the fuck is Ragebound? Why do I give a shit about that? I hate that they're doing it. Vince McMahon did the same thing with WWE. He stopped naming the WrestleManias because he was like, it just makes it look dated. It's WrestleMania Panic Attack.
Yeah. What about you, Nostalgia? Any nostalgia for Ninja Gaiden, or were you in preschool when that came out?
No, this is definitely before my time, but I never got into this series ever. Like I never played them. Don't know what it's really about. Don't know what everyone talks about when they're talking about this game. So I don't have really much to say about it. It looks
same here.
interesting, but I've got no nostalgia for it
Yeah,
whatsoever.
same here. I've never played it. I mean, it looks interesting. I don't know. I fit in a very narrow box when it comes to gaming.
Yeah, you exist outside the home arcade bubble.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I when I'm on the console, I'm mainly playing Madden, if anything, because in summertime I'm not in here playing anything. It's just winter time, and then it's football time. So I don't play a whole lot. Even with my PlayStation 5, I got the God of War, and still never played maybe 10 hours on that thing yet. Spider-Man, probably 5 hours on it.
That surprises me, to be honest.
But 296 hours of PGA Tour golf.
Absolutely.
Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2, two of the greatest games that have been released in the last couple of years. Maybe some of the greatest superhero games of all time. Carl's like, just doesn't get me. But this golf on the Switch, man.
Yeah.
Chaotic knows what it's all about.
Arguably like the worst version of the golf, and he's like, it's got to be on the Switch.
Yeah, I mean, the Spider-Man is like, he just doesn't have enough power. I mean, these guys are just beating his ass all the time. And again, it's up to me because I'm not taking the time to learn the skill set to be able to master it. But it just gets frustrating. I'm like, these regular guys with guns are just mauling.
Before you do that, really quickly, I want to respond to Chaotic here. See, the thing about beating Ninja Gaiden 1, if you play Ninja Gaiden, the game's not even hard. Like, it's hyped up as a hard game. It's not hard. You can make it to the last level, no problem. The problem is they tried to extend the gameplay by adding all this artificial difficulty. So what happens is, if you make it to the last level, they change the dynamics that if you die, instead of just staying at the stage you're at, they force you all the way back to 6-1. I think it's 6. And then you got to play the whole level again, which you don't have to do in the rest of the game. Then on top of that, if you make it to the final boss and die, that's it. You had one shot at them, because now when you go back, your energy doesn't go back up to 100% when you go from stage to stage to stage, because there's 3 stages on the final boss. Game cheats. Just straight out say it. It's not hard. It just fucking cheats.
Speaking of cheating, Michael B is going to finish the betas of Dragon Quest 1 and 2 remakes before the show is over. Jason, $5 super chat. Thanks so much, buddy. I almost missed that a little bit ago. Just saw that. There you guys go. All right, so Nostalgia, take it away. What is Okami sequel? You wanted to talk about this one.
Oh, interestingly, I don't know. I've never played this game. I just saw that it was news, and I was like, you guys are talking about all the new games that they promoted, and you didn't list this, so I threw this in the chat. I don't know anything about this game other than that I'm assuming this is like a remastered version of the game?
Nope, this is a sequel.
Oh, it's a sequel. Okay, cool. Yeah. Maybe it's actually called the sequel, isn't it?
It's called Okami sequel.
It's called Okami sequel. Yeah, I should have known that.
But it's a remaster.
Yeah, you know what?
It's very
Nostalgia. You've added so much value to tonight's episode. Tell people about the value that you've added tonight by not knowing any of these games, not playing any of these franchises.
Well, I mean, I add value just by being present. My presence is value enough.
It's true.
So.
That's true.
Yeah, no, in this case, I actually don't know anything about this game.
All right.
I saw that Capcom had announced it, so I was like, we're talking about stuff.
I didn't care about that one. So yeah,
I'm surprised that this seems right up your alley. Okami was originally a GameCube title, so I would think that this was, your foray. Like, this is the kind of stuff you'd be heavily into. The game is loved. People treat it with the same breath they treat like Eco, Shadow of the Colossus. So this was pretty hyped. This was a pretty big surprise. And like when I saw it,
what type of game is it?
What? It's
what is
weird. It's weird. I can't describe it. Like you basically draw the world as you play. Like it's fucked. But people love it.
Okay.
So switching gears, guys, we're going to talk a little bit about some virtual pinball stuff. So Zen Pinball launched their Zen Pinball World. This is on Android devices. And let's take a peek here. Now, I'm not too familiar with everything about this thing because I'll be honest, guys, I don't really have any intention on using it. If I'm going to play Zen Pinball, it's probably going to be on PC. Unless it's one of those games running natively on the AtGames pinball platform. But PC, Steam, that's usually where I play Zen Pinball. I was mentioning when I was doing a live stream playing the new pinball pack last night that where I see this comes in is let's say you're building like a mini virtual pinball machine, kind of like a Sharpen, right? And a lot of times when you buy like a Sharpen mini pin, or you're just creating a mini pin, a lot of times what people do is, especially if they don't want to have a back glass or anything like that, is they just get the Android version of like Zen Pinball, right? And they just run it on a tablet. So I can see this being cool for getting those newer Pinball FX games running on a tablet for like a mini pin. But I really don't intend on using this or touching this at all. Mike, do you have any thoughts to add on this? I mean, it's just they're coming out on another platform, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's basically they just want to try to get as many people as they can playing their games. I don't have any problem with this, but again, like you, I have so many other ways to already play these games that I guess if I was out somewhere and like I didn't have it with me and I was really super bored or something like that, I might grab my wife's iPad and be like, hey, maybe I'll throw some pinball on this and play it for a bit. But for me, like I work from home. If I'm doing anything, it's usually home. I don't really have use for tablet.
Yeah. Carl, you gonna play some Zen Pinball on your tablets at home or sticking with the PC?
No. I mean, I do play pinball on my Switch every now and then. You guys just never ever catch me on it.
That's what he does during the show.
I mean, the Switch is a little heavy, in this format here. But I was playing some pinball the other day on the Switch. I know that Tulsa Arcade had done a little pinball boxing, and at the time it was during COVID, and all the buttons were sold out because everybody and their mama was at home building cabinets, and so I was never able to do that. But I think I may break that out of one of my boxes here and go and get that thing configured. But he made a little miniature pinball that you can put your Switch in, a little case or cabinet to put your Switch in and play the pinball on it. So I may do that again. But I like the versions that are on the Switch, just not holding this device in my hand playing.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. Nostalgia, you gonna play?
No. I'm not gonna lie. I'm probably not gonna play it.
No.
So Nostalgia, no. I'm not down with this stuff. Is this code for something? Is he trying to tell you something?
My Little Pony. I don't know if he's trying to tell me something, but he's certainly right. My Little Pinball is like the best.
My Little Pinball.
My Little Pony Pinball is the best pinball table that's available digitally that's ever existed. So
we've had this discussion before. Is
it's
back
good.
Back when
only
My
real
Little
men
Pony,
play My Little Pony Pinball.
Back when My Little Pony was originally released by Zen on Pinball FX, almost a year and a half, 2 years ago, we were always teasing Nostalgia that it's a game that he wanted to play, and I made a video playing My Little Pony Pinball, and I put Nostalgia on the thumbnail, and I said I played Nostalgia's favorite virtual pinball game.
Mm-hmm.
That was the thumbnail. That was the title of the video.
Mm-hmm.
And sure enough, when I put out that video, and we always joked about this, I immediately lost 7 subscribers from playing My Little Pony.
Those people don't know what they're missing out on.
I think what we need to do, guys, is move on before the analytics.
No, hold on. I got something for you here first before you move on.
What? Here it comes.
I got something for you here first.
All right.
I've never, ever copied a YouTuber or their thumbnail ideas before in my life, but I think I just did. I didn't even know about this.
What?
Oh, what happened here?
I tried to add it and PDubs added it.
Yeah.
There you go. Look at this.
I didn't see this one. Mike, nice, well played. Look at the hand.
I know.
Wow, well done.
Wait. All right, you guys ready? Look at mine right here. You see it?
I'm okay with that.
Look at that thumbnail. Look at that thumbnail. Oh man, we lost so many subscribers from that video. It was hilarious. All right, so moving on. Zen Studios Williams Pinball Pack Volume 8 came out. Mike, what'd you think, man? And let us know in the chat, guys. Did you get a chance to check it out? And what'd you think about Earthshaker, Bonsai Run, and Black Knight 2000? Go, Mike, go.
Well, just you guys pay attention to how this is done. I know you guys don't do this on YouTube a lot, but disclaimer, Zen Studios did provide me with early access for this pinball pack so I can make videos about it. So keep that in mind while listening to my opinions on the upcoming games. So I really like this pack. Like, I mean, I've never played Earthshaker, the real Earthshaker before, but just what an awesome game. Same with Black Knight 2000. Bonsai Run is so unique. Like, all these games play great. The music in Black Knight 2000 is just unreal. Like, what an amazing table. Hard, but rewarding when you start to learn it. Like, I'm in love with this pinball pack. I think it might be probably their most stacked pinball pack they've ever released. Certainly a lot better than having Space Shuttle as one of the games.
That is your most compassionate explanation of pinball I've ever seen.
Honestly, I really love it.
Fans with that.
What? I cream my jeans.
Well, I'll just put the disclaimer here. Zen Studios did not send me a copy, and as a result, I have no idea whether I would like it or not. I do love Williams. Williams does a great job with their tables. However, these are 3 tables that I do have these tables on my Toy Shock mod, but I have not played them much because I tend to go to the games I play and like. So I'll have to check them out. But I have played the night one before. I don't recall anything really standing out to me, but I'll have to put these 3 back into circulation and to investigate them further.
And since we're all doing disclosures, I think I should do my disclosure as well. I'm currently in the process of acquiring Zen Studios, so anything that we discuss on this channel needs to be taken through the lens of a potential shareholder and majority shareholder, and therefore I will try to keep my comments to myself.
Now, Mike, when you were playing Bonsai Run here, did you actually get to do the cliff jump?
Yeah, I got up there a couple times.
Oh, isn't that so cool when that happens?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Well, Mike,
I know.
Did you actually get there, or did you just go and find the video with it?
I found the video. Just beat it. Hashtag.
That's like my favorite. Okay, so typically when these Williams games come out, ever since Zen took over the license, luckily they have the ability where you could turn off the table effects, right? The things they've added, like characters on the screen moving around, stuff like that, and you could play the game just like it looks in real life or looked back in the 80s or 90s, whatever. And some people prefer to play that way, right? And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's the way the table looked. Like, some people play world class soccer with all the dog and the all the stuff turned off, right? But I think the actual animations they did on Bonsai Run and this pack are really fun to have turned on. Like, when I was live streaming playing these games yesterday, when you do the cliff jump and you see the motorcycle guy and it does the whole camera transition, and the motorcycle guy does a big flip over the pinball table, like, I thought that was really freaking cool. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm enjoying playing these games with the animations turned on. And yes, Zen Studios did give me early access. I just didn't make a video until 12 hours after they were released. But very cool. I love this part right here. So yeah, this part's really cool. Let's see if Mike can get up there. All right, he did it. Let's see. All right, here comes the anime. Boom! Here it is. Like right here. I think, Mike, you didn't have it on.
No, I don't put the animations on.
Oh, so you didn't have the animations.
Yeah,
on.
Mike's not a real gamer.
Oh,
if you want to see the animations, he'll watch
the real gamers use the ball trails.
That's right.
Oh, boo, Mike! I can't believe you didn't have that on. It's so lame. Now I gotta find it because I think it's so fun. What are your other thoughts on the games? We'll talk about Black Knight here. Black Knight seems to be everybody's favorite.
Yeah, Black Knight is, you can do it, you can do it. The song is just, oh my God, so awesome, so cheesy, so 80s. I was watching your live stream and a lot of guys were saying it reminds me so much of Flash. And I was like,
Yeah,
I don't know
Flash
about
Gordon.
Flash Gordon. I mean, that was, what is it? Was Flash Gordon done by, or am I getting confused with Highlander? Wasn't the theme track for Flash Gordon done by Queen?
I think so.
Yeah.
Savior of the universe. Here we go. See, I think this is fun. I got hyped when I saw that live. That was great. You guys suck. You guys have like no excitement.
You're really easy to impress.
Yeah.
Hey, I thought it was cool, man. And right here's Black Knight, and I think this is the best game in the pack. Sounds great. It's fun to play. It's challenging. Cool stuff here. What are your thoughts there on this game, team? Anybody? You played this in real life?
Now I'll be playing some tonight.
Nice.
Last night I was playing Austin Powers. Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
Nostalgia, are you a Pinball FX guy?
I do like Pinball FX, but I have to be careful because I'm in the process of acquiring Zen Studios, so I just need to make sure that that is well disclosed. I like the old school recreations. I really do like these. And I would say that obviously Zen probably does the best digital pinball in the space. So I don't know. They all look great. I just haven't played any of them. I don't have a personal relationship with Zen Studios like two people on the top of the
I wouldn't call it a personal relationship. I mean, they just reach out to us and they're like, hey, here's early access, please make a video about our stuff. And that's the extent of
that's
it.
literally it. Yeah.
And when Bence was there, I'd go into the live stream and he'd be like, hi, Michael. But Bence isn't there anymore. So it's not like Balti's saying hi to me in the live streams anymore.
Yeah. It's not like, other people's inappropriate relationships.
Yeah, it's not like Justin and John having 3-hour everyday conversations about building a home arcade company.
Or people sending screenshots to him. Balti, did you see someone said something about your product? Please send me all the games for
imagine,
free.
like, what kind of asshole goes to CES and goes up to like Atari and he's like, "Buy stuff is trying to steal from you." Like, what kind of absolute snake would do something like that?
I can think of a couple.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you guys are funny. Cool pinball pack. Go pick it up if you haven't picked it up yet. You'll like those games. Chaotic here. They had Black Knight 2000 at the Pinball Expo for $4,000. Wife wouldn't let me take it home. There was also a bonsai run at Pinball Expo, if I recall, that a lot of people got to play as well. So they got to play it in real life.
There was one at Imperium. Is that the name of the bar we went to? Yeah. Interium. Yeah, I know we saw it in Chicago just recently. I know we saw it. And B ran by it and said bonsai for some reason.
All right, Mike, I do not have the AtGames presentation.
Oh, yeah, I've got the presentation. Just give me a minute.
While your
presentation?
Just
for the Nod Winter.
Nod Winter. Don't worry, we're going to be nice to him. But just while Mike is locating that, guys, apparently you can get a Guns N' Roses pinball, Jersey Jack pinball, for $89.75, guys. Ring in 2025 with a deal that's music to your ears. There you go. So I don't know if any of you are in the market for this particular pinball game, but apparently it is on sale now until January 7th. And I know Nostalgia's a big Guns N' Roses fan. Isn't that right, buddy?
No, I'm not. I think this machine is a great machine to play. I have had the pleasure of playing it. But as far as like Guns N' Roses as a band, I wouldn't even put them in my top 20.
Yeah. So Chaotic, they're trying so hard to sell these. Yeah, apparently, not too often do we see like these big kind of sales on pinball machines, right? Like Stern really doesn't let their distributors mark stuff down.
They did last year. They did a big sale on what was it? Led Zeppelin, Rush, and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I think those were the three.
Just trying to lock in my camera. It got unlocked. Do they have a Marilyn Manson pinball table?
No.
No.
They do have an Alice Cooper one and a Weird Al Yankovic.
You know, and honestly, despite how that might impact some of these pinball companies, Pixelated Traveler, I honestly think it needs to crash because there's no reason these things need to be 15 grand, 10 grand.
I mean,
you know
Jesus Christ, the Pro went up $3,000 from 2020 to 2024.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Excuse me, guys.
Yeah, no worries. Meatball Saucy is 100% on this. This game is awesome. It looks awesome. I love Guns N' Roses. I would be all over it, but the flippers do suck. This was before they did Elton John, where they fixed that flipper problem.
Elton John is great. I really enjoyed playing Elton John.
Elton John is an incredible machine.
You should, because it's the Stern Star Trek from a couple of years ago. It's the same game.
Good stuff here. All right, Mike, whenever you're ready, you could bring on that.
Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally brought up their video and then couldn't turn it off.
Well, I thought you had the presentation.
I do. Just give me a second here, pal.
All right, here we go. That way we can talk about AtGames. All right, guys, you've been sitting around for an hour waiting for us to talk about AtGames. Get hyped. Real pinball is a rich man's game. It's definitely not a hobby for entry-level enthusiasts, I guess you should say. So,
and
yeah,
if you have an
expensive.
arcade by your house where you can go play pinball, just do it there. It costs $1.
Yeah.
Also, maintenance costs a fortune. You guys should ask Nostalgia about that.
All right. Now let's see if Michael B zoomed in. Did Michael B zoom in? He could zoom in a little bit more. Get the slides to fill that whole screen. Just a little
It's
bit.
either
All
that
right.
or that. Which one do you want?
Oh, geez. Just go with that then. Here, let's get. I'll take our branding off the top corner. Let's get that off. All right. Okay. So, Mike, and Nostalgia, all you guys.
Actually, my contract states that I'm not allowed to read it. Carl has to read it this time.
Carl does have to read it. I don't actually get any of this information, so I'm seeing this for the first time. Go ahead.
You
Carl.
guys are contractually obligated to talk about this. So
Carl
go ahead,
is
guys.
contractually obligated through me.
All right, we'll get past all this BS stuff. Like, no one really cares about this. Hey, guys.
What are we looking for here?
There's
Hey,
some good
guys.
imagery there. We don't want to skip over that. Come on.
Wait, go back up. Go
Someone
back
spent a lot of time making this slide.
up.
So this
we're not gonna go through all the slides, guys. Please.
No, every
please.
slide.
That is
So-
so lame.
really quickly, I do got to talk about this because I don't know what's going on, but apparently AtGames is doing some kind of pet surprise. And like, does anybody else this remind them of Scrooged, where the station owner had this weird thing about cats? So he was getting them to make the mice with little antlers on them. He was just like, staple them to their head. We're doing programming for cats.
Yeah. The fact that AtGames, I guess, is wanting to release pet toys makes zero sense to me. I would say just focus on video games. I don't understand this at all, but that's the nicest way I can say it.
I just find it funny. It just reminds me of the Scrooge thing. Anyways, new release, Wild West Rampage, which we already knew about. And then we've got Sorcerer's Lair.
Wait. Can you go to Wild West?
Yep.
Don't worry. I'll get positive as we go. In my opinion, Wild West, this is one of the worst Zen pinball games. Like, anytime I try to play this game, I end up quitting. Like, I don't find this game exciting in any way. Do you guys feel different? Please. If you guys feel different.
PDubs, if you were a real gamer like Michael B is, then you wouldn't quit, because gamers don't quit.
Yeah, I really, I don't hate pets, Oracle. I have 3 dogs and they're all rescue dogs. I love dogs. I just think, what am I going to buy my dog a $25 AtGames logo plushie when I could go to Walmart and get one for $5? It's just, I don't know what they're doing. It's weird. But getting back to this, go ahead, Nostalgia. You were hating on me.
I was just saying, if you were a real gamer, you would enjoy it, like Michael B does.
Yeah.
That's all.
I'm just like, guys, have you played Wild West? Do you guys think
I
it's a
have
good
played this
game?
one.
Like, I think it kind of sucks. It's
I
no
actually
wonder.
think it's arguably one of their best games.
No, you don't. Oh, shut up, Nostalgia. You're so full of shit.
No,
All
I don't really like this one either.
I mean, most of the games that they've made outside of the old classics, I just don't.
Guys, and it is okay to say Zen has made a bad game, or if you think a game sucks. They've made over 150 games. Not all of them are amazing. I know some people get
I think if they would have
remember
a cat to that game, it probably would be better.
Just remember that same same thing when you're reviewing the Unico Pocket.
Say what?
Just remember that same way of thinking.
Yeah,
mantra when you're reviewing the Unico Pocket.
Why would I? Oh my God!
Yeah,
Knock it off.
No, he's
The
got it.
trolling.
That's a fair
trolling.
point. That's a
We
fair
can't
point.
even have a normal broadcast because all we do is bust
It's
each other's
okay.
balls.
It's okay to say something negative about a company or a product.
Take that advice, Mike. Go look at my channel compared to yours.
Yeah,
you know what I
Mike.
mean? Or
Oh,
other
your
people.
channel. Well, guys, I've
This
got
is
some
amazing.
room opportunities for improvement.
Carl, you just got to pick one of them and just egg them on a little bit.
You know what it is?
Add a little bit of fuel to the fire.
Mike's trolling me because I exposed him for not beating all these video games. That's what's happening. Mike is just mad that Michael B, you've been exposed.
PDubs is going to be the new host of the show with Justin for Media One Up.
All right, Mike, scroll down here. We're going to try and go through these as quick as we can to not waste everyone's time.
Anyways,
But also
I don't
nice and slowly, so that way we waste everyone's
I
time.
don't play a lot of the Zen original packs. Like when they come out, I'll try them, but this is not my go-to. I know a lot of people in the community are really upset because apparently these games are free on other platforms for you to try when you download like the whole Steam Pinball FX ecosystem. I don't know why it's not on AtGames, but I assume that there was some work that went into it to making it work on the system. So if this was $15 for a game, I'd be really upset. But $5, come on, guys, it's not that big deal. But if you feel it should be free, just don't buy it. It's not complicated. You don't need to yell at the moon. Just don't buy it if you don't feel it's worth it. And then we've also got Sorcerer's Lair, which I remember first time I ever played this one, I downloaded Pinball FX 3 from my phone for the very first time, and this was actually the free game on that. Mm-hmm. This one's got a cutesy Halloween vibe. My daughter really liked it, but again, it's a game that I don't go back and play very often. Or
yeah, I would argue that this sucks worse than that Western one.
Really? I actually think this one's better than the Western one.
The sound of everything. I don't like this game at all. Yeah. Not one bit.
Yeah, we learn lots of new things about Carl every day.
All right, so what do we got down here? This is a little more interesting. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so Natural History Pinball Pack 3 is coming out. When is this coming out? On the 17th, I think it is. 19th. So it's going to be $35 for the 4K, $25 for the HD, but purchase the AtGames Natural History Pinball Pack 1 to 3 in a bundle and save 33% off. So there is an opportunity for a deal. I'm assuming most people already have packs 1 and 2. If you have an AtGames Legends Pinball or Pinball 4K. So hopefully there's some backdating on that. If not, I guess it's going to be full price. I don't really understand that. But yeah, it's a quantity discount. I would rather see them just do a early sale or something for these to come out. But I'm pretty excited about these. Natural History Pinball Pack 2 was really good. Loved Egypt. Loved Africa. I was joking about it. Like, one of my favorites going into this, just for the look of it and the content, is Nature's Fury. Like, I'm predicting that's going to be my favorite game out of the pack. But I said, you never know with these things. Like, it might be World of Microbes. I'm like, man, World of Microbes is good ass.
Yeah, when we first started talking about this, I said the one I was most excited about was the Insect World, because I was hoping it would be something along the lines of like a Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where the bugs and everything will be gigantic. But I have a feeling that that's more or less what the World of Microbes is going to be, obviously, because they're microbes. So I don't know. The one I'm most interested in playing is the Insect World by self. Carl, when was the last time you picked up a pack? This will be on your HD.
That doesn't work.
Oh, that's right. He doesn't have his back box working. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, but no, my back glass work. It's just not the Bobby Foo. The regular AtGames one work. I had it on the other day. I was playing some pinball on it after our show last week, and I had to log in again. I wasn't surprised by that.
You interested in this pack?
Nah, like I said, I played several of the. I got the Zachariah, I got the title, whatever the thing is. I went through every one just to make sure I wasn't off, and I did not enjoy any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
after playing VPX, I'm just spoiled, man. I cannot get, and I'm like, maybe I'm just being too critical. I played all the versions I have, and I just cannot do it. I mean, for people who don't have access to VPX, you may absolutely love these things because you don't know any different. But once you play VPX, the physics of the ball, I just can't get past it, and it's just too floaty, and it just drives me crazy. So maybe it's going to motivate me because my PC sitting right here is already hooked up. All those screens it can hook up to this thing instantly. Maybe it's going to motivate me to get Zen Studio and VPX going on this thing because I love the size of this thing, but I always just go back there. I just fired on my 20 shots.
Because it's easy and it's done. Yeah,
it's already set up, and I ain't got to worry about it. I ain't got to think about nothing. But at some point in time, I am going to have to do something with this AtGames because it's just a paperweight.
You can sell it.
No, because the joystick
doesn't sell anything.
The plunger doesn't work, and I wouldn't feel right selling it with it not working. But I do have the joystick on it as well.
Well, speaking of floaty balls, Nostalgia, what do you think about this pinball pack?
I don't know. I haven't seen any. This is honestly probably the first time that I've actually realized that there's a third natural history pack coming.
Boom, boom.
I literally get no information about AtGames. I don't know anything that they're doing. So when you guys talk about it on the show, I really learn about it for the first time.
But World of Microbes makes me think of you, and I don't know why.
Yeah. I was going to say, it's certainly I can see the similarities.
So,
Go ahead, Mike.
I wanted to go back and just comment on what Carl's saying. Here's the thing, Zachariah Magic Pixel has a very distinct style to their games. So I understand where that's coming from. It's one of the critiques I always say. This is, I like it. There's a lot of cool things happening, but it certainly has that distinct Magic Pixel design where, you're getting those levels, 15 levels, but it's hard to tell the difference between them. It's the same physics. There's usually 17 flippers. So, I mean, I know that's a distinct look. That's why I was so excited seeing the Sea of Thieves table and seeing how different that is from the typical Zachariah release. So, no one, I don't think anybody's shared any footage of these yet. We have no idea what these tables look like, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I don't think so either. So I'm assuming we'll find out this week or next week. AtGames will send it out to all their influencers. We'll see.
So really quickly also on this, thank you for the heads up on this. A little further down, I was being critical because there was the bundle deal, the quantity discount, but I said it would be nice if they did the initial discount. Apparently a little further down, and I just want to make sure this isn't lost. They are doing a 20% discount on Natural History Pinball Pack 3. So good stuff. You can save a couple bucks off it. It'll be like $28. And the way the 33% works is Chaotic, who's on Yo Retro. Go check it out. Every, Wednesday or Thursday nights you guys do it? I think it's Thursday nights. Chaotic and half a dozen do Yo Retro every Thursday night. Guys are awesome. Go check them out.
Let's go to the next slide. We want to get through these quickly.
Why are you so mad when I talk about other content creators? Are you that much of a gatekeeper?
No.
You're so mad.
Let's go.
He definitely is. I
don't want to spend 2 hours going over the slides.
And put up his Christmas tree.
Hey, Mike, we're at an hour 18, but I'm going to stay just for you. So I can't even talk about this. This is just going to make me so mad. So, Mike, you just tell everyone about this. This slide angers me in so many ways.
So on December 31st, New Year's, if you don't have plans with friends and family, you can stay home and buy. What?
Did you say December?
December with 2 Z's.
Okay, go ahead. Continue.
December. Is that better?
I have no idea what you're saying.
English. Do you speak it?
December?
Oh, Carl. Anyways.
Go ahead. Continue.
New Year's Eve. New Year's Eve, so I don't have to say December and upset Carl, apparently, with his...
Yes.
New Year's Eve, the Rare Pinball Pack is going to be released. However, it's only partially released. So it's a little bit of an interesting thing here. So you pay upfront for the Rare Pinball Pack, but 2 games are coming later down the line. I think they did this with one of the Dr. Seuss games in the past. So there is precedent set, but it's a weird thing. Anyways, we're going to get Sea of Thieves December 31st with Killer Instinct and Battletoads coming later in 2025, estimated to be available nod 2025. So again, like I've said, I'm pretty excited to see what Magic Pixel is doing with Sea of Thieves. It's so different than their normal gameplay, so I'm excited to check it out.
Have they released footage of it?
Is that coming out in January? January 2025?
February.
Do we have footage of the Sea of Thieves? I'm curious.
Yeah.
Yes, Michael B. We have any?
Yeah, PDubs is clocked out apparently, so I'll go get that.
I'll just sit here and wait. It's all good, guys.
Piss them off quite well. So
hold on, I'm having some technical difficulties here.
Look,
I'm
not paying AtGames $35 for one pinball game with 2 games promised later that I don't even have any pictures or footage of, and know that I want to buy.
I actually agree with you, P-Dubs, on this one.
Also, the gameplay footage that we've seen, I will admit, we haven't seen much. They only showed 45 seconds. Actually, technically 30 seconds if you take away...
P-Dubs, 30 seconds is a real long time, okay?
The 30 seconds of footage that they
That's
showed,
a lifetime for Nostalgia's wife.
Did not impress me. You guys remember we made a video and we were talking about no splash, no cash? Like literally the tentacles coming out of the table. It just looks so bad. No splash, no cash. So there you go. So I'm sitting on this pack. You guys, if you want to buy it and play Sea of Thieves. I'm not going to buy it until I see the actual Killer Instinct and Battletoads and what they look like. So I'm going to wait.
I agree with you, P-Dubs, on that one. I don't like buying partial games, and some people do, and that's fine. But in a situation like this, it'd be different if, as part of the hype trailer for the pack, we actually got some pictures and videos of the other 2 games, right? That way you kind of get an idea as to what you're buying, is what I'm saying. I'm not going to prepay for 2 games that I don't even know if they're going to be worth it or any good. I hope that makes sense. Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, so Nostalgia, here's the gameplay. I just got to turn down the sound because this is in my ear like crazy. So you're going to be able to see the gameplay now. Very different from Magic Pixel. I don't disagree with you guys either. That's the great thing about choice. No one has to buy this on December 31st, Carl. You can wait and buy it when the whole pack comes out. The only benefit, of course, of buying it early would be if there's some kind of early purchase discount. So if you want to play it early, you can, but if you want to wait, nothing wrong with that either.
I'm gonna wait till January before
This does actually kind of have like a Zen feel to it, no?
Right?
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'll rewind it and play it again.
Well, the positives are, like, during this clip, when you actually see the shark swimming across the table, the shark looks really good. The animations look really good. These characters look... You try to tell yourself, okay, they're trying to make sure this can also run on the HD chipset, so it's not as fancy as maybe it could have been if it was a 4K exclusive. But, like, you got these tentacles coming out of the water. There's no splash, no ripple, nothing. It's just they just appear and disappear. It's just lack of effort.
It looks like
I'm sure this is a beta.
It looks like a Ollie's bargain bin version of the Zen.
Yeah, and but then again, it's the only footage we have. I mean, we have to see the rest of the game and stuff like that. So, I mean, we only got that measly 30 seconds. So, I think we've been fair about it. And if people want to clip us and send it to PK, then go ahead. You're only going to make yourself look stupid. But there you go.
Yeah. So, again, I mean, no one has to buy this. It's not,
But the most important thing, Mike, I'm sorry.
You must buy it.
The most important thing is when this pack got announced, myself and many other people in this community immediately started screaming, saying, do not put 12 frickin' flippers on these games.
Mm-hmm. And they did it.
Give us 2 flippers, or maybe like 90s pinball, you have a 3rd flipper on the top, which we have on this game. You have 3 flippers total. Give us 2 or 3 flippered games, as well as we don't need 4 different levels in these games. and it looks like they listened. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, what I really like about it, it looks like it has an open fan layout. One of my critiques of most Magic Pixel tables is they always put so many barriers right down at the bottom of the playfield, so you never feel like you're actually shooting up the table. So I like that. I like the change in style. It looks more like Zen Studio style, which gives me a lot of confidence going into Killer Instinct. I'm excited to check this one out.
Yeah. All right, next slide on the presentation. We got a couple more that we want to show off. When we get to the sales and deals for Nod, here's all I have to say, guys. It's the same sales and deals they've been doing for the last 3 months.
No, it's not.
That's a spoiler alert, P-Dubs.
It's not the same sales.
It's not the same sales. So are we talking major discounts, Mike?
No, we're talking discounts are less.
So the sales are worse than what they were before?
Yes.
Okay, well then we don't even need to cover them. I just want to get to like the announcement.
No, we can still mention them. People might have missed out on the other sales.
Yeah.
So there's the pinball tables. I don't really cover this stuff. Like there's lots of great events and stuff like that. You guys go check it out on your own time. Like
You're not sharing anything.
Do that.
The sales are worse?
Mike, you're not sharing anything at all.
But any sale is worth. I mean, if you're going to buy it, you'd rather get something off than nothing off.
No,
I agree with Carl.
They had a couple announcement slides, I thought, Mike. Here, let's add this to the screen. If you scroll up, right?
What are you talking about? We went over the announcements.
You got to go back to page 1, guys.
Oh, yeah. Sorry. So on this is one that I find really interesting. So we're going to find out the first half of the Zen library for next year. But look at the date when the announcement is. December 24th. I really hope if they're going to send the information out to the, people like the influencers, they do it early because like, I'm not going to stop and tell my wife, like, sorry, honey, you put the kids to bed and make the milk and cookies. I got to go make an AtGames video. This shit is nuts.
Yeah. The timing on that is, I think, a little strange.
It's so strange to do it Christmas Eve.
Yeah. All right. So that's important.
It wouldn't be strange if they didn't keep everything so close to the chest and not provide information so people can share with it sooner.
Yeah.
Or be prepared to release it on that date.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know the mindset. Like I mentioned in my video when I first saw this, I would have announced this closer to the beginning of December because an announcement like this could cause a lot of excitement, which would make impulse purchases when people are possibly going to buy these machines at the end of the year, because in January, nobody's got any fucking money. And you're going to be like, oh man, there's all these cool games coming and I'm broke.
Yeah. Well, they could be banking on like the excitement around Boxing Week. Maybe they'll have like a surprise flash sale.
Yeah, that's true.
For some gear on
Boxing Week.
Boxing Week. Who knows? I don't know, man.
Maybe doesn't care about Canada. What are you talking about?
You guys don't have Boxing Day in the US?
Boxing Day sales?
You saying you don't have Boxing Day sales in the US? That's like a Canadian thing? No way.
What the fuck is Boxing Day? Do you guys
Shut up.
watch Mike Tyson highlights? Is that what Boxing Day is?
Yeah, that's what we do. We get popcorn and we watch Mike Tyson boxing, and that's what we do for an entire week.
I thought they also had a product announcement, Mike. I thought I saw that in the YouTube video they made of this slideshow, or was I wrong?
Product announcement? There's no product announcement for 9 months, remember? After the Sea of Thieves cable.
No, not that.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't see anything about a product announcement.
You haven't gone farther enough down.
Go to the beginning.
Go to the beginning. There's no product announcement.
I thought maybe you skipped it.
No, product and service announcement, but there's no product announcement.
There it is. There it is.
Product and service announcement. The pet
guys,
thing.
We have to cover the pet thing at least 10 times, guys. Guys, AtGames pet toys coming soon. Get hyped, bro. All right, go ahead and get to the whatever else it is on here.
Okay, so they mentioned the AtGames affordable financing to give the monthly amount after you pay your $500 up front and your $100 shipping. All right, so there we go down to the deals. So with the 4KP, it's pretty much the same deals that we had before. It's roughly save about $50 per machine. So those are your options. And like Carl said, if you missed out on the other deals, at least you can save something, right? Mm-hmm. So it's the same deals as before, but where it's not as good is when you get down to the deal on the SSF kit. If you remember during the last sale, the SSF kit was $299. Here you're only saving about $50, so it's only about half the discount that you got last time for that one. But I mean, the rest of the deals are pretty much the same. It's just the SSF kit isn't as cheap this time. So then we've got a bunch of deals on like the software, PinballNet, ArcadeNet, all that stuff. Legends 4K PinballNet, different codes. There's the buy two get one free deal on Natural History Pinball Packs. And someone said there's a 20% off deal on Natural History Pinball Pack 3. There it is right there, 20%, $28 during Nod Winter. So you will be able to save a couple dollar dues on that right out of the gate.
Well, I must say these are nice round numbers. I know they had some 7% things off and 3% off.
6.993%.
Right. So at least they're going with 20% off. That's good.
Yeah, so it's $28. It's not all the way down to 25, but still you save a little bit. I'm trying to see if the there's going to be any deal on the rare pinball pack. I'm sorry, I haven't had a chance to go over these slides yet. It's been a busy couple of days.
I'd be surprised if they put that one on sale.
Yeah, I don't think
Although
they
they
put that on
should.
sale yet.
Although they
Well,
should.
They're putting out of the gate Natural History on sale, so I'd be surprised if they don't put that one on sale.
But that's
would
a
be-
complete set.
What?
That's a complete set, no? Like
Natural
that's coming
History?
out. Yeah, that's coming out all games in one package. The rare one is you're getting one title, and then you're getting two more later. So it's not technically complete. So maybe we won't see any sales on that until they've got like all three games completed and ready to.
I would think you'd want to put the sale price on it when it's not complete.
Yes.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't know that they would
dollar
do
reduce. Dollar reduce. That is right, Calvin. So
For the Bluey fans, $1.
yeah. Okay. And what else we got going on here? This is the high def products, right?
Yeah, HD products. You can save $50 on various devices.
I'm surprised
Save
they have
$30 on the bit LCD. Well, the mindset that Legends HD is being discontinued is completely false. I've been saying that since day one. They still are planning to continue this product line even after the 4K P comes out. So there's no focus on selling out of these.
So do you think they're still building and manufacturing like the Legends Pinball Micro and the Legends Ultimate Mini HD? Or is this just extra stock that just hasn't sold?
No, they are committed to continuing these product lines. The way it was explained to me,
Cool.
PK explained it to me, was we want to offer two lines. 4K is your Mercedes, while the HD is your Honda. We want to offer two experiences for different price points.
Okay. So $50 off some of that stuff. Is it only $30 off the bit LCD? Ouch. You would hope to see like
there's been better deals on that one.
There's been better deals. Like honestly, these deals aren't that great this year on the hardware at least.
No, I have a question from the experts at AtGames here, guys. What was the thing that came before bit LCD?
The bit LED.
Bit pixel. Bit pixel. Yeah.
Mine is still in the box. If I take it out, it's still going. Can I get it to work, or I missed that boat?
No, you can get it to work.
No, it'll still work.
Okay, I need to do that.
Okay. All right, and then
your
HD
typical deals
packs.
on your typical deals on the pinball packs.
Okay.
And then a bunch of events, and that's pretty much it.
Wait. Go back up one. Go to the winter one. You know what's kind of cool? I will say something positive about AtGames here is due to the large library of games that they now have, when they want to say like, hey guys, we should come up with a theme about monsters, or we should come up with a dinosaur week, or we could come up with games you play during the winter. You know what I mean? Like they got plenty of games to choose from, right? So they're doing this Winter Wonderland tournament. You got the Winter Sports, which that's a Zakaria game. But you got Polar Expedition, the Ice Age game, Wipeout, all winter-themed games. They even have 2 Christmas-themed games now. You got the Grinch and a Charlie Brown Christmas.
The only pinball product on the market with 2 Christmas-themed games.
But what I'm trying to say is they have a pretty big, deep library now that anytime they want to shoot from the hip and say, hey, let's do a monster-themed pinball week. They got plenty of games to choose from in their library.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you have to admit, that's pretty freaking cool for AtGames. I mean, hey, I'm trying to be positive here, chat.
Yeah, like, no matter what you want to say about
it's kind of
AtGames,
cool.
Like, they've done something really unique here. Like, you remember when we started this whole virtual pinball race? Like, there was, what's the one? Toy Shock had the Gottlieb titles originally, and then AtGames came out with the Gottlieb titles, and Arcade 1-Up came out with Zen, and then Well Played came out with Zachariah. You think about it, we're 2 years into it. There's only one team left standing, and they have all the tables.
Yeah, there's no doubt that AtGames won the cost-effective commercial pinball
100%
world. Or wars, or whatever you want to call it. The concerns nowadays, though, are you have a new product line that is more of a premier product at a premier price tag, and
still cheaper than most alternatives.
Still cheaper than like going to a billiard store and buying, buying a $6,000 virtual
anywhere
pinball.
Else.
So
as much as I give them shit just for the update game, it's still. And again, I would have never bought this if I wasn't a fan. You still just can't buy. There's no alternative that you can buy at that price set, and to be able to hook your PC up and be able to play the VPX stuff like that. There's no other. Nothing comes close.
Well, there's a caveat there. That's if you buy the premier version now, because if you're buying the starter edition, and it seems like any products going forward, you're going to have to pay for the advanced features to hook
even
your
with
PC
the
up
payment of the advanced features, you still can't. You still can't get anything.
Yeah, I don't disagree. I just wanted to throw that disclaimer in there.
Right.
12-day natural history character quest, and I think there's a chance to win the natural history pinball pack.
Boo.
Natural history pinball pack will officially launch December 19th. Every day from December 13th today to the 24th, they're going to be announcing a winner. So
12 winners.
12 winners. So I mean, I would be happy getting a free natural history pinball pack 3. That's for sure. World of Microbes for the win.
No, I just read that last prize delivery slide there, and it says December. It doesn't say any of the Zinzember thing.
Shut up, Carl.
Okay, Carl, you're right. You are right.
What else we got? More just too much info. You guys remember, like, what is the number one rule of PowerPoint, right? Like, don't put too much information on your slides.
But I'm not saying
this is the best looking slide they've ever made. Yeah. So the number one rule of PowerPoint.
They have some new personnel there.
The number one rule of PowerPoint is to keep your slides without too many words and to keep it concise, provided it's accentuated with a verbal presentation.
Right. Yeah,
if it's not accentuated with a verbal presentation, that's out the window.
Right. You are absolutely right.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. If you're presenting the information, it's different.
Okay.
We done?
All right, deadline for submissions is December 24th.
Wait, hold on. I want to see the decorating the tree. I want to see this. Tell me about this, Mike.
You got to stop scrolling up and down. You're going to give half of our audience motion sickness.
I hope MG does get sick. I hope he throws up over his crumpets.
Pick a direction and just go in that direction nice and smoothly, because that's how these sort of things are designed.
So join us in decorating our virtual Christmas tree and celebrate the holiday spirit. Tell us in the comments what you love about AtGames products and what truly matters to you during the holidays. Tag a friend or family member, be featured. So what's interesting about this is they put this up, but then they disabled the comments on the post. So people, how are we supposed to submit to this? Someone shared that in, like, I think.
How did we get past the Game Awards and not talk about all the cool announcements? I'm just thinking about this now. PDubs took time to talk about the shitty winners that nobody cares about, but we didn't talk about Witcher 4. We didn't talk about any of the announcements. I'm just sitting here realizing this. You done darn screwed it up, PDubs.
Well, it was dragging. We had to get on to the next topic. We went over like 5 of the new game announcements.
You didn't. You just said.
And also, Mike, hold on, Mike. The Witcher 4 isn't even coming out until 2027, and all they showed was a cinematic trailer that was 30 seconds long that didn't show us shit. Except that you have a brand new main character, which people are probably going to bitch about, right? Yeah. So sorry, The Witcher 4 is not exciting for something that doesn't come out for 3 freaking years, Mike.
But that horrible Pac-Man roguelike game, let's give that one some time.
All right, let's just get off of this, guys. That's enough for tonight. That's all she wrote, guys. We're at an hour 40. Holy crap. This is way beyond P-Dub's bedtime. There you guys go. The holidays are fast approaching. Now, the next 2 weeks are December 20th and December 27th. I'm pretty certain Friday the 27th, I'm not going to want to do a show. Are you guys going to want to do a show that, it's Christmas week, Friday the 27th?
No.
I'm only doing a show if none of you guys do a show.
Okay, me and Nostalgia will do a show.
21st.
No, then I won't do it.
And then Friday the 20th is next week. There's a chance.
I won't be available.
So we might miss Carl. We might. Definitely not the 27th.
Yeah, definitely not the 27th. I think I'm leaving the 21st, but
let's play.
20th, depends if I'm packed.
All right, let's play next Friday the 20th by ear, guys. We'll let you know later on next week whether or not we'll do a stream. But definitely the 27th. It ain't happening.
And what about the 3rd of January?
Oh my God, Mike, why do you do this all the time? Every time I'm trying to end the damn broadcast, here comes Mike. But wait a minute.
Did you guys know The Witcher 4 was announced? It looks so good.
What is this?
Mike, come on.
Witcher
I don't want to
4.
show that fucking trailer.
That's a good trailer.
A trailer with the words you said.
Witcher 4. Retro Lab Rat knows. It's so exciting.
It's not even coming out till 2027. Who gives
opened up the Video Game Awards. It was huge.
P-Dubs, why are you such a grump, dude? That's what they do with like every massive...
I'll tell you what, Mike, in 2026, we can talk about The Witcher 4. How's that sound?
No.
Oh shit! What just
guys?
happened?
If you want to hear more about The Witcher 4, put a 1 in the chat.
Which is which?
No, give me a 0 so we can. Guys, should we end the show? Give me a 0, guys. Come on in the chat. One if you want to hear Mike talk about The Witcher, and he's just happy.
Did you want to hear about
have...
the actual video game announcements at the Game Awards, or did you want to just call it a night?
Yeah, shut up, Danny. All right, keep going. What else we got? 1 1 1 1 1.
There's a couple zeros. It's game over. That's
There's
it.
no
As soon as you
zeros.
get 1 0.
All right,
I see
so
a few.
it's official.
Any number times 0 is 0.
You guys, you're traders. You're turncoats. This live chat. Now, kind of like T Swizzle says, now we got bad blood. Me in the live chat. Now we got bad blood. All right, Mike, take it away. Let's show these half-naked girls in Witcher 4. And
we'll skip past that part.
It's exciting. 2027. 3 years from now.
Open the Game Awards. It's one
next
of the
thing you know,
biggest
we're going to be
news.
doing 10 videos a week talking about the upcoming Nintendo Switch 2.
I would. I'd do it right now.
Yeah, here we go. All right.
Why are you
Go
such
ahead,
a
Mike.
funnel duddle, P-Dubs?
Isn't this the scene from
Because honestly, I don't even know.
Shame.
I don't even know why they showed this at the Game Awards. It doesn't come out till 2027. Everything else we saw is coming out in 2025. Maybe 1 or 2 might get pushed to 2026. But this is
What are you-
legitimately not coming out for 3 years. So who
What are
gives
you
a shit?
talking? P-Dubs, this is so common for a lot of AAA developers to
I don't
release
care.
little teasers
doesn't
literally
excite me.
years in advance.
It doesn't excite me. But go ahead.
So anyways, this was a big surprise announcement. I don't think anybody knew CD Projekt Red was even thinking about doing this. And it's
I
such...
did.
You knew? Well, Nostalgia
yeah.
probably
Well,
owns a portion.
I
of
was
the
going to say
company.
we're in talks to acquire the company.
So there's a lot of controversy online that people were upset that Siri doesn't have the soft features she had in previous games. She definitely has a more harder look, and she's now a Witcher. I haven't read the books, so I don't know how close to the real story they're going with here, if she became a Witcher or not. But she is the new lead protagonist. We'll see Geralt, but Geralt will be kind of like a ancillary character. So it's going to be a whole new world. This would have been torn to shreds, absolutely torn to shreds. If another game that was announced at the end of the show never came out, I think people would have fixated on the fact that Ciri isn't good looking until they announced that whole intergalactic game. Then they gave the other people a lot more to complain about.
It does look interesting. I've never played a Witcher game.
I've only played Witcher 3. I've got Witcher 1 and 2 on my PC. I always meant to go back and play it.
Yeah, that's a lie. I've definitely played Witcher 3. I've just never beat Witcher 3.
Yeah.
I think I've gotten like 30% through the game and then I just quit because I'm like PDubs. I'm not a real gamer.
Oh, I love The Witcher 3.
I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are the
So anyways,
best.
that's it. It was a cinematic trailer, but huge announcement in the gaming world. People love CD Projekt Red. Again, the only criticism was people were upset. Obviously, she's a girl, and obviously they didn't think she looked as good as in previous games.
Yeah.
People, hold on, wait. People are upset that she's a girl. Why? Why does that matter?
The world is
Because
weird,
she's a
dude.
whole-
You can't
No,
play
it's
as a
just
girl.
there's a ton of games where you've got like amazing lead female characters. Why do people care about this? Like, I don't understand. Maybe there's like a history that I'm not understanding.
I don't get it either. But
Okay.
people are upset about the change. I think we all play The Witcher. We're used to playing as Geralt, so any change would come with some negativity.
Sure. Well, it's the same thing that people were complaining about with Legend of Zelda when they announced what was it called?
Echoes of Wisdom. That wasn't the complaint about Echoes of Wisdom.
Tears of the Kingdom, where they had the announcement trailer and people weren't sure if Link was a boy or a girl.
Oh yeah. I
right.
know.
That's what that was.
So another one. This was announced to close the show. This was the other giant announcement. But we found out the next game coming out from Naughty Dog. Obviously, guys who did Uncharted, guys who did the Last of Us series. They've got a new IP they're working on and showing. Let me just bring it up on the screen here now. Intergalactic. And there's a lot of shit I like about this. Like, take a lot of inspiration from anime. I haven't watched a ton of anime, but one of the inspirations is Akira, which is one of my favorite movies of all time. I actually really like that one. Now, this one took a lot of the negativity off Witcher 4 and series looks because people are furious at this game because the lead character, they're just unhappy with it. They feel that there's an agenda being pushed there.
On this game?
What's the main character? What are we talking about? Give me more than that, man. What are you
gotta watch and see. Anyways, I think the game looks beautiful. I love the elements they're incorporating. Like, they've got a very heavy 80s tone to it. You look at the ship she's flying, it's a Porsche ship. You're gonna see like some Sony Walkman and stereos in it that's got a real 80s vibe. So I like the concept of it. It's obviously very heavily 80s based. We don't know what kind of game it is yet, but it looks like it's a first person kind of action adventure. She uses a sword. And again, like I said, you can see, I think that's Cowboy Bebop. I'm not really a big anime guy on the screen, but yeah, she's a bounty hunter and she's going to hunt down these guys that have wronged her in some way.
This is the main character?
Yeah, this is the main character. So this is what people are upset about because obviously she has a shaved head. She's not as good looking as the Stellar Blade character. So they're not happy with that.
Who is they?
Yeah.
The point I'm bringing up, Naughty Dog turned off the comments on the video because they were getting so many negative comments about the character.
They shut down the comments.
Yeah,
Wow.
they shut down the comments.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Just
Are you
play
going to show
the
Turok?
game and see if it's any good. If it's good, then who gives a shit?
Exactly. I like it. I think this. Watch this now.
Show never ends.
Turn
Are
on
you
the
going to show
screen.
Turok?
My most excited part.
No, PDubs, we're going on for another hour, buddy. Sorry.
We got so much to go on, but everything's got that 80s kind of style there, an 80s mindset. I hope it's good, and we'll have to see. But so far, the reception hasn't been so great online. So let me get Turok up because that was the other big surprise too. I'm a huge fan of the original Turok and Turok 2 on the N64. I hadn't
What is it?
played
Turok
pretty much.
Origins? Is that what it was called?
Turok Origins. If someone else wants to bring it up, that would be a great help.
Well, I'm not bringing it up, Mike. It's all you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm not helping.
I'm not helping. Oh, I'm upset about this.
Wasn't there an Alien game? No.
Maybe I have to do it just to get.
No, I got it. I got it.
No, there was not.
All right, you guys excited that Turok is coming back? Come on now.
Turok is okay. It's pretty legit.
This is a game I did not
first
Take
person,
you
though,
back
right?
to some sweet Nintendo
It's
64
over the shoulder.
gameplay.
Yeah, it's not first person, so no first person, no buy, right? Like, isn't that
Really?
that
I
what's-
actually prefer almost every game to be third person.
Indiana Jones and the Great Circle has made it every game now needs to be first person. So.
No, that's dumb.
But also the originals were first person point of view, aren't they? Of Turok?
Yes,
yes,
first
they
three
were.
on the N64.
So they're doing the Resident Evil over the shoulder camera now.
They did a Turok game a couple of years back. I can't remember exactly
Yeah.
when, and it was similar to this. So we're getting Turok Origins,
Nice.
and like it was just so weird to see Turok back,
yeah,
but it looks good.
Does
yeah,
look decent.
yeah. It's
It gives me kind of almost like Uncharted, not Uncharted, Horizon Zero Dawn
Horizon,
vibes.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
All right. Well, guys, we appreciate you.
Well, we got 3 more games, right, P-Dubs? I'm just kidding. No, we're good to go.
We appreciate you tuning in to the Super Game Room Dudes, your Friday Funhouse. Guys, if you enjoyed the podcast, give us the thumbs up on the way out. If you caught this on replay, give us your comments, feedback, reactions below. Carl, whenever you're ready, send these people on their way. Happy holidays, everybody.
All right, share my screen. I do want to share one quick little thing. There's one more thing. I did put together my Build-A-Cade. This fucking thing is awesome. I know these guys already know about it because they live in this thing. But for us guys who don't, I put this thing together. I'm going to build this into a Donkey Kong machine with
Nice.
Sable's things 4 months, 6 months later, whenever I get his, get that thing. But it's 50% off, man. I tell you, if you have anybody in your family that's a techie, your niece or nephew that likes assembling things, these things are a great kit. He's got this code TMG50 that gets 50% off. Before he's basically saving you money so you can get the pie to go with it. So I don't understand how he makes money for these things at $100 because this thing is so well made, has everything you need, comes with the memory card as well. I was surprised by that. This thing is a really nice kit for
Great value. Yeah.
at $99, but you can get it for $50, $49. So that gives you a savings to be able to get the Raspberry Pi together and get that to someone as a gift. So act now. I think this is going to end like within the next week or so. So make sure if you have any interest in getting that Build-A-Cade, I say do it. That thing is pretty awesome. All right, guys, we appreciate.
No. Really quickly. Also, right
Hello?
before this show, Carl was cheating on us, and Carl was actually on Glenn's Kicking It Old School. So if you never get a chance to watch it, go back and check out the replay. Carl was on Kicking It Old School tonight. Also, Cole was on. It was like their Christmas episode. So guys, go check that out.
Yeah, I crashed the show, the family show. So I'm part of the family now.
Yep.
All right, guys.
And then hold on, and before we go, we also
One
want
more
to
thing?
talk about a few more things specifically related to the things that P-Dubs doesn't want to talk about.
Yeah. And guys, P-Dubs soon is going to have a review video on the Unico Pocket coming out.